Democrats may have a newfound control of Congress, at least the House, but they can't seem to decide on a strategy to take on the president, especially when it comes to calls for impeachment.
We're going to go in there, we're going to impeach them.
Impeachment is a very divisive approach to take, and we shouldn't take it for anything other than the facts and the law.
The thing we can do that most shows respect for the office is to not have someone there who has committed high crimes and misdemeanors on the one hand and is hurting the country on the other.
It's too early to talk about that intelligently. We have to follow the facts. We'll see where the facts lead, and maybe that'll lead to impeachment, maybe it won't.
Donald Trump is either going to be impeached by the Congress or impeached at the ballot box.
So what should the Democrats' focus be for the next two years? Here to debate, Tezlyn Figaro, former Bernie Sanders campaign staffer, and Dr. Suzan Johnson Cook, a Democratic strategist who served in both the Clinton and Obama administrations. Welcome to both of you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Susan, what's your thought on whether the president should be impeached or not?
You know, it's not for me to say right now. I think that all of the voices said we have a most diverse Congress ever. I think, you know, you have to have the facts in order, as Nancy Pelosi said, and you have to move strategically and not emotionally. So I think you get your facts, and then you have to come together with the voices. The new Congress just started, 2 days ago. I think we have a ways to go before we really determine who's going to be impeached and who's not.
Well, that is a very rational, reasoned way to approach it. But Tezlyn, it doesn't seem like actual members of Congress who would have a vote in all of this are treating it that rationally. We just played that clip of the one Congresswoman using the profanity and saying, let's go get them, essentially. Others introducing articles of impeachment. Where do you stand?
Well, I mean, just like she was just saying, it's the most diverse Congress that we've had in our history. It sounds good to say we shouldn't react with emotion, but these folks were elected on emotion. You know, a lot of people were elected on emotion, on a lot of divisiveness, on, we're going to go get them. That was their founding platform. Now, here's the trick. They have to be able to go in and actually do it. You know, it's one thing to show up as a freshman at high school on the first day, but you got to be able to back it up. So to me personally, I think you need to get in and actually know what you're talking about, know what you can and cannot do, because if you do not do what you say you're going to do, then once again, you failed your voters, and they will, too, be impeached, from the ballot box, not being able to deliver on promises.
But to your point that they were elected on emotion and folks who wanted them maybe to impeach the president, we've got a clip of what Democrats said they were running on just a couple months ago. Watch.
The top priority for the Democrats, if we're lucky enough to take control of the House and the Senate, is to make sure that we respond to issues that working families across America really care about.
Democrats just have to work hard to emphasize jobs, health care, education.
Congress needs to express an independent voice and to advance policies that help our people.
We will continue to focus on the things that really matter to the people of our country, which are an economy that works for everybody and health care.
Susan, where's the focus on the economy and health care?
The bottom line is when you're campaigning, you put many issues out there. I don't think the GOP is in any position to attack the Democrats. Nobody speaks in a monolithic voice. You speak as a candidate, and then now you're in office. You have to learn the game, and you have to come together. So it is the most diverse Congress. I'm going to stress that again. GOP is not in any position to attack Democrats, for they campaigned, and many left and defected. So now the House is on the Democratic side. So I don't think anyone's in a position to down the Democrats. I think we look at how does the country come together.
Well, Susan, I don't think anyone's downing the Democrats. I think we're just we're wondering, which is it? They said they wanted to fix health care. They wanted to run on the economy. They were going to focus on, as you just heard, Dick Durbin and other leaders in the Congress, not random members. We want to focus on kitchen table issues. And then let me just show you what they've actually introduced. Articles of impeachment, presidential candidates required to release tax returns, a Mueller protection bill, and abolishing the Electoral College. They may be important priorities for the Democrats, but this is not, Tezlyn, what you ran on.
Well, this is just the reality. Let me just keep it real in the field. All year long, this will be a game of tit for tat. This will be a game of subpoenas. This will be a game of going after President Trump and Republicans alike. And President Trump made it clear, too, that when you send him a subpoena, he'll be sending one back. So it sounds good to say you ran on those issues and we'll be focusing on those issues. But that's not the reality. We have an entire year full of divisiveness, not just with Republicans against Democrats, but also within the Democratic Party. Progressives who were elected will be going against center Democrats who want to do things different in two different generations.
Susan,
We'll
quick
constantly
last point.
be feuding all year round.
My quick last point is play the clips of the GOP who ran for office. Some of them lost. And so we have a Democratic House now that's, in favor. So let's look at what we can do to get the country together. It's time for no more divisiveness.
We'll see if they bring them together or not. Susan, Tezlyn, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, let us know what you think. Friends at FoxNews.com. Democrats focusing on the issues you care about, or are they all about going after the president?